How's everybody doing today on this Saturday? You know me, it's the big guy. This is going to be the first of a series of videos called Football 101. The NFL, or National Football League, has been around since 1920. Football has been played in this country probably since at least maybe 1875. The game looked a lot different, but over the years, through people innovating and coming up with ideas, the game has changed a lot, but still the core concepts are the same. But like I said, this series will just help us outline things for the new fan who, like I said, may not understand how the game is played.
Yes. Yes, it is what it is. This your big man there. I'm talking about myself. The dog. Yes, I have in the studio already. This big guy himself is here. We're talking about NFL talk. Yes. It's here. He got so many things he wants to talk about. Sit back and relax. It's the big guy himself in the studio. So, if you're watching this for the first time, you know what to do. Let me tell you what to do. Subscribe to the channel. You see a button there. Press subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. It's a way to help the community. Let's keep growing. It is what it is. And like and comment. Yeah. Stop your comment. If you want to join us, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. To join us, slide with that. Yes. I want to shout out. Before we commence on this show, I'm going to drop it. This person,
Danny, Home South Kitchen. Danny, she's a baker / chef. She's does business in the Baltimore, Washington area, surrounding counties. Her company's a nut-free company. I know a lot of people are worried about allergies nowadays, so you don't have to worry about that. It's one less thing you got to worry about. But she has quite a portfolio and catalog of things she can bake and create, and she's just really good and passionate about what she does. So if you have an event coming up, whether it's a birthday party, graduation, whatever it is, you should definitely give Danny a call. I'm pretty sure she can create something for you that's going to be just right for the occasion that you are planning for. Company, we always like to try to shout out local people here in the area, and who are part of our community and everything. So yeah, please do. She's on the come up, so please if anything you want made, give Danny a call, and I'm sure she can create it for you. So with that being said, we're going to get ready to start the show.
Yes. We're about to start the show. I'm going to give it to the big guy himself. Let's keep roll for it, Mike. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? We're here. It's another Saturday. We're getting a little bit of rain, but at least it's warmer than it was last weekend. Just late belated happy Mother's Day to any of the mothers listening. Sorry we didn't come on last weekend, but weather was not cooperating to get here to the studio. So, but we're here now. So we're going to play a little bit of catch up and we're going to go over everything. And but anyway, I hope everybody's having a good start to their weekend. Happy Saturday. Um, just shout out to some of our biggest fans, Laura, Mitch, my boy Aunt Mo, and yeah. So when the last time we got together was we went over the first round of the NFL draft. We were talking about, we gave out grades and everything. So unfortunately, I'm not going to really have time to go over and break down. But basically, because we got a couple different things to talk about today, I'm going to give you a couple teams that I feel like really, quote, won the draft. We're really not going to know who the winners or losers are till a couple years from now when we really see what these players are. But just based on, research and, how these players were in college, got a list of a couple teams that I think really made the most of what they had. So first of all, I'm going to start. Thought they drafted really well. They seem to fill their needs, and plus, I mean, when you trade for a guy like AJ Brown, one of the most exciting and electrifying receivers in the game, can't help but give them a good grade. So that immediately gives them an upgraded receiver. So with a guy like AJ Brown, and you got Devonta Smith for Jalen Hurts the throat, and we're going to really see what Jalen Hurts has to offer for the Eagles. So pretty exciting stuff, and just overall their draft I think really went really well. They got some really good impact players, so I'm excited to see how they play next year. Next team, I would say, I think this is almost every year, but the Baltimore Ravens. Again, they just seem to find ways to get guys in situations that, you feel like they shouldn't still be there, or the Ravens should. I think they did a great job. They got Kyle Hamilton in the first round at safety. He was, I think, the consensus number one safety in the draft. I mean, he's a big guy, 6'4". I think he brings a lot to the table. That may not have been their most pressing need, but the fact that he was still available at their pick at number 14, I think they felt take him. He's the best player available, and I think they'll find ways to incorporate him. A first round pick. They traded the draft pick and Hollywood Brown to the Cardinals for a first round pick, and then they get their center of the future, Linderbaum from Iowa, which was great that he was still there, at pick 23 or 24. That was awesome, because that's actually who I had the Ravens picking at 14. So the fact he was still there, they traded Hollywood Brown, but he was on his way out. He wanted to be gone. Hollywood Brown's in Arizona now, playing with Kyler Murray. That was his, they really beneficial, and the Ravens got two, impact players, so Ravens, another winner. Ravens doing their usual thing. Next, you got the New York Jets. I mean, they had 3 first-round picks, and I think they just completely nailed every one of them. I think the pick I may have liked the most was Jermaine Johnson, the defensive end from Florida. Had played at Georgia, transferred to Florida. He was still there at pick 26, which I thought was crazy. 3 first-round picks. I felt like they nailed them all. Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson, and Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. I mean, great draft for them. So Jets, maybe this is the start of positive trend for them, things to come. So Jets, another winner. Not going far, still right in the same city. New York Giants, another team that I felt like had a really good draft. Players in the top 10, that were 2 of the best players available. They got an offensive tackle. A lot of people thought was the best offensive tackle, and they got I think the best defensive end in the draft. So, Giants did their thing. We'll see how it pans out on the field, but I like what they're doing. New coach, new regime there. So what's not to like what they're doing? So I thought Giants had another draft. And finally, our last winner, I'll say, is the Lions. 2 first-round picks. he gets to stay right there at home in the home state, so I think he's going to really help solidify their defense and just be an immediate impact player for them. And then they got Jamison Williams, the wide receiver from Alabama. Probably the best receiver in the draft. I know the only concern was that he's recovering from an injury, but I think that they believe in him and they're believing in his recovery process. So let him get healthy. And a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown, who was a rookie last year but really came on like the last half of the year, they could be pretty hard to stop. So Lions, that's my last winner. So now we're going to go to the losers. Losers. Nobody likes a loser. You like losers, Yummy? I'm going to take that as a no. So, this is all subjective, folks, and if I talk about your favorite nut, first I'm going to just start off with the Bears. I'm not going to really go into much depth here. You can look at it for yourself. Bears just with what they had available, and they just didn't seem to fill any of their needs. Same thing with the Vikings, the Browns, and then I'm also going to say the Patriots. Patriots took a guy at the end of the first round that, honestly, maybe Bill Belichick really, treat him like he's some sort of Jedi master. He's picked his share of really good players, later in the draft, mid rounds, things like that. Guys that maybe people thought were reaches and turned out to be good players. But they take a guy named Cole Strange, offensive lineman, a guard from Tennessee, Chattanooga, and it seemed like a lot of people were projecting him to be a third or fourth round pick, and you take him at the end of the first round. The Rams kind of slow burned him a little bit when they were saying that, the Patriots took the guy we thought was going to be available in the third round. Now maybe the Rams were a little salty because they didn't have any draft picks, but to the third round. But they chose to trade those. They traded those for players that were going to be on their team immediately, and obviously it worked out for them. They won the Super Bowl last year, so. But only time will tell about these. But so we'll see. But that's like I said, you can. There's plenty of resources. You can check out NFL.com, CBS, online, Bleacher Report. That's a resource I like to use a lot for getting my news. I've got it on my phone. Maybe one day there will be an Intercontinental Sports TV, app, and you won't have to go anywhere else. That's our goal. We're trying to grow this channel. And not just it's going to be a brand, we want to encompass the world of sports. We have some things on the horizon that we want to, I'm not going to give away too much, but obviously the other, we've ventured into the NBA. NBA show has been going pretty well. I know we got a lot of baseball fans out there. We're here in Baltimore, Orioles country. We'd like to do that at some point, and then, watching us, hey, we would love for you to get involved. We're looking for people, knowledgeable, passionate about whatever sport it is, whether it's the NBA or baseball or football, soccer, cricket. No, that was a joke. But the other ones, yes. So, get with Yemi, get with me, get in the comments. Usually you'll see we post it's a phone number for people that we're trying to grow it. So if you're interested, let us know. So what I'm going to move on to next is Thursday night, the NFL released the NFL schedules for the upcoming season. Obviously, it kind of, when the schedules get released, it kind of gives you an idea of maybe you can kind of get a feel for how maybe things are going to shake out for your favorite team or whatever. Obviously, we don't know until they play the games. It's any given Sunday, and you could lose, and so on and so forth. But it's always good to be able to look at, and you can kind of, I think as a fan, or at least me, I know I can look at it and kind of map out in my head and, be like, oh, okay, well, we should be able to win that game. That might be a loss, but, it's a big deal. So I'm going to try to highlight a couple games from every team. I think big games that are going to be, obviously must-see TV. People going to be watching. Most definitely going to be televised. I'm going to start off in the AFC East. I'm going to start with the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills, they were a playoff team last year. Josh Allen at quarterback. I mean, guys, so exciting. I mean, he's one of my favorite players. Obviously, he doesn't play for my team. Doesn't play for the Raiders, but you could see that he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And the Bills, they lost that overtime game to the Chiefs, but the Bills on paper, and with some of the moves they made in the offseason, bringing in guys like Von Miller, and they brought another tight end, O.J. Howard. They're going to be really exciting to watch. So I was looking at a couple games that I think are really standing out. First week of the year, and it's actually going to be the first NFL game of the year, Thursday night. They're going to be playing on Thursday Night Football, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time on NBC. They're playing against the Los Angeles Rams, the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams. If that's, I really can't think of one. I mean, that's going to be a great game. I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a huge fan of Thursday night football most of the time. Most of the time, I think most of the games are dookie. That's just my opinion. Before the year, they might look good, but for whatever reason, they always turn out to be just stinkers, So, but this is a great way to start out Thursday night football. Rams versus Bills. It's going to be a great game. See where the Bills are at. That might have been the Super Bowl got past the Chiefs, because honestly, I think as much as I liked what the Bengals did and what they did in the Super Bowl, I think the Bills probably would have beat the Bengals, and I think it would have been Bills and Rams in the Super Bowl. But, that was last year. This is this year, but that's going to be a great way to start the season. Week 6 against the Chiefs, not much to be said here. Allen versus Mahomes, rematch from the playoffs. I think it's going to be really exciting. By week 6, you can kind of start seeing, the way teams are moving, and then week 17, Bills versus Bengals. Bengals, AFC champion Bengals. That's going to be a great game, and that's going to be on Monday Night Football. I think that should be really exciting. And then one more game of note for the Bills is week 4, they got to play against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. So, it seems like the trend right there is the Bills are going to be playing some former MVPs on their schedule. Bills are regarded as one of the best teams in the NFL, and that schedule is treating them like that because that they got some tough. Let's see. Next, you got the Miami Dolphins in the AFC East. First week of the year, New England Patriots. It's not the same Patriots, with Tom Brady, but Mac Jones had a nice rookie year. Bill Belichick's still there coaching. I think it should be a competitive game, for both of them. The Dolphins, they had an interesting offseason. They were spending some money. They traded for Tyreek Hill. He's gone. I'm glad he's not in AFC West anymore. He's with the Dolphins now, so they got Tua some weapons, so Tua's at quarterback. You're going to see if he can step up and be the guy they drafted him to be. So week 1, that's a pretty decent test against Mac Jones and the Patriots. So that should be a pretty fun one. That'll be on Sunday afternoon. Week 3, they got to play the Bills. It's a division game, 1 p.m. That's going to be a tough one for them. And then week 4 on Thursday night. Oh, that's right. Amazon Prime is going to be broadcasting NFL games. That's right. I don't know. Maybe they did that last year too. I can't remember. But yeah, that'll be a Thursday night game, so that should be pretty fun. So Dolphins, they seem like they got a fairly tough schedule, but we'll see how it pans out for them. Next, Patriots. We just talked about them. Week 4, they got to play Aaron Rodgers And the Packers, he's, potential for MVP. It seems like every year. Packers, they got a really, really good defense. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the Packers did much in the way of trying to help Aaron Rodgers with receivers, especially after they traded Devontae Adams to the Raiders. But Patriots versus Packers week 4. I mean, I would have to say I'm giving that game to the Packers, but anything's possible. Patriots versus Bills week 13. Fun game to watch. That should be pretty fun. That should be an interesting one. And then week 15, the Patriots play my Las Vegas Raiders. Yes. So they're playing the Raiders. That should be an automatic L because, it's the Raiders. I'm not really going to talk anymore about the Patriots because they can suck it. Next, New York Jets. New York Jets, like I said, talked about them having a really great draft. They're going to have a tough matchup week 1 against the Baltimore Ravens. I would expect the Ravens to win that game, but maybe after these moves they've made, we can see where the Jets are at in their process. Maybe they'll give the Ravens a little bit of a game, but Ravens should take that game. But hopefully it should be a fun game, especially, like I said, with all these players the Jets are bringing in. It should be a pretty interesting one. Week 5 division game, like I said, we just covered the Dolphins a little bit, so again, we'll see where they're at. Another division game, week 11 versus the Patriots. Pretty much same thing. Mac Jones got Zach Wilson at QB for the Jets. I would assume by week 11 we're going to kind of see progress the Jets have made or lack of progress, but I'm not expecting the Jets to make the playoffs next year, but I think with these moves they made, and if they coach, going to be a lot more competitive. Before I move on, I just want to say, everybody, thanks for watching. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment in the video. Always like to hear from everybody. So hope this is sorry about the lack of graphics. I wasn't really sure where we were going with this week. The video, like I said, after not being on last week, but so I'll review of some games that I think are going to be fun to watch. Just kind of give you an idea of some of the premier marquee games. Some of the games that we're highlighting may not even be the best games. There's gonna be other games that are gonna surprise us, but that's the fun of watching, every year, because there's gonna be surprise teams and there's gonna be games that, take direction, that you didn't expect. So, but that's why you're a fan and that's why you watch. So, next, gonna move to the Baltimore Ravens. Week 4 against the Bills. We talked about that when we talked about the Bills. That's going to be a great game, so we're not going to really talk about it. I guess we just kind of already touched on that. Now, week 8 versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Thursday Night Football. Lamar Jackson versus Tom Brady. I don't know, Yemi. That seems like that should be a pretty exciting game.
Yeah, it is.
The Hall. Yep. Man, the Hall for Jackson, who's kind of like the new direction of the NFL. That's gonna be a good one. So I think everybody will be tuned in to watch that. Tom Brady came back for whatever reason. Seems like he feels like maybe he's got some unfinished business, which I don't really know why, because he just won a Super Bowl 2 years ago with the Buccaneers. But Tom Brady's gonna do what Tom Brady does, and that's fine. But yeah, Thursday nighters, Ravens. Put it on your calendar. Put it in your phone. That's going to be a good one. And that's on Amazon Prime Video, so that'll be a fun game to watch. I'm actually really looking forward to that one. That should be, a good game. And then week 13, Ravens got to play the Broncos, the new Denver Broncos, with Russell Wilson as their quarterback. Definitely by week 13, we'll see which teams are trending towards the playoffs and which ones are, trending
towards draft. Russell Wilson, he's been doing it for quite a while now. So him versus Lamar Jackson should be another exciting game. Should definitely put some fans in the stands. Definitely get the ratings going, so that'll be a good game too. But I'm hoping by that time the Broncos will be out of playoff contention because I hate them. So, yeah. And we're going to move on next to the Cincinnati Bengals. AFC champion, Cincinnati Bengals. And it comes to making a schedule, it's going to reflect that. And I'm looking at what they're saying the strength of schedule is. 536. So that's looking like that's the third toughest strength of schedule. And by strength of schedule, that means, they're basing that off your opponents, what the record was the previous year. So, like I said, when you have a really good year like that, you're going to pay for it the following year when it comes to the schedule. And yeah, they got quite a gauntlet. It looks like week 13, Bengals versus Chiefs. That, like I said, that definitely should be an exciting game. Joe Burrow fought a swagger against Patrick Mahomes. Hopefully Mahomes leaves his brother at home because he's really annoying. I don't think anybody likes him. But, two of the, best young quarterbacks in the NFL and, the future of the league. They should be fun to watch. That should be a really 4:25 Sunday afternoon, week 13. Yeah, that'll be a good one. I definitely hope to watch that one. Bengals week 15 versus the Buccaneers. Some people say Joe Burrow kind of reminds them of Tom Brady. So that Buccaneers versus Bengals game will be really exciting. And then the last team versus the Buffalo Bills, Bengals and Bills, that'll be an awesome game. Josh Allen versus Joe Burrow. So that's all I've got time to cover this week. But we'll go over more of the schedule next week. We'll have plenty more to discuss and everything and highlight. But like I said, and then next week hopefully I'll have some. We'll get some graphics together for you and things like that. Be a little more interactive. But again, like I said, everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in, taking your time out on your Saturday, and like I said, subscribe, comment, really help us out. And yeah, we just appreciate y'all coming to spend time with us, and hopefully you were a little entertained, hope you learned something. So with that, I'm gonna pass it off to the man himself, the Don of Sports Entertainment. I appreciate y'all. Have a great weekend.
Yes, it is what it is, guys. We've come to the end of the show. Thanks to you guys. As I've said, it is what it is. Big man 10. Thank you. The big guy himself. One love, bro. Shout out to all the birthdays, the birthday people today. Shout out at the song.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. One of our special fans.
All right.
Yeah. All right. The old Baltimore for this birthday party going on. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. This is where we rock. This is how we do it on this channel. No dull moment. Fantastic show. All right. Thank you, everyone. Please subscribe. As I said, drop your comment. I'm going to sign out. Thank you for watching. Bye for now from this studio.
Again.
Yeah. Bye for now. One love, bro.